Gretchen cleared the tabletop. "Well, Guido, let's see what you've got." Sabatini opened his portfolio, and Gretchen was stunned. The artist had created the optical illusion of a Saint Sebastian who writhed in pain from the arrows that pierced him. The crowds wandering the streets of a Tuscan hill town actually seemed to move. But it was a moonlit view of a Venice canal that Gretchen decided she had to have. "They're not bad," said Gretchen, who had been taught how to bargain at an early age by her attorney father. "What do you want for the Venice Canal painting?" $1,000, signora, Guido said. "Oh, well, I really like it, but $1,000. She shrugged. "I could manage 250. Guido knew what Gretchen was doing, and he didn't really care about money. His art was his passion, and seeing it displayed where others could be awed by it was what really motivated him. "For you, signora, I will make a sacrifice. You can have my painting for $500. $500 was nothing to Gretchen, and Guido looked like he could use the money. "Done," she said as she moved the painting to her desk. "I don't suppose you take credit cards." Guido smiled. "Cash only, signora." Gretchen returned the smile. "Of course." While Guido gathered up his other paintings and returned them to his portfolio, Gretchen took down the photo of the Trevi fountain, revealing a wall safe. She punched in the combination on the keypad, opened the safe, and reached inside. When her hand came out, it was wrapped around a wad of bills. Gretchen counted out $500, put the rest back in the safe, closed it, and hung the photo back on the wall. "Do me a favor, Guido," Gretchen said as she held out the money. "Don't come back to La Bella Roma. I appreciate your talent, but Sal has a hard-on for you, and a scene is not good for business." "No problem," Guido promised as he pushed the money into a pocket in the caftan. "I'm glad you came in. I really like the painting." Guido bowed and left. As soon as the door closed behind him, Gretchen held up the painting in front of the wall safe. She liked the photo of the fountain, but she loved the scene from one of her favorite places. Guido drove into the yard in front of his farmhouse and went up to his bedroom. He opened the top drawer in his chest of drawers and took out a metal box where he kept his money. $500 was a good sale, but he hadn't sold enough paintings to pay his expenses for the month. That meant he would have to become Lawrence Weiss tonight, something he only did when there was an emergency. As soon as the sun went down, Guido traded his caftan for faded jeans, a plaid shirt, and a Seattle Mariners baseball cap. Then he drove to a store that sold guns in a strip mall in Clackamas County. Guido walked over to the cashier and gave him the password. The cashier nodded toward a door at the back of the store. A large man with a day-old beard and a bouncer's build opened the door, and Guido repeated the password. The man stepped aside and let Guido into a back room where men and a few women sat around 3 tables playing poker. Guido had played against a few of them after the casinos had blackballed him and forced him out of the high-stakes games. They would be easy pickings, but he had to be careful about how much money he won, because some of the players were sore losers and could be violent. Guido took a seat at one of the tables and played modestly while he sized up the opposition. There was one old-timer who played a decent game, 2 players who had no idea what they were doing but thought they did, and Brad and Brent Atkins, 2 brothers who had tells that flashed like a neon sign whenever they were bluffing. The brothers looked like hard cases, so Guido only took advantage of them a few times, but the pots he won from them were the biggest of the night.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.